Have you ever heard that eating more vegetables is good for your health? It's generally true, but not all veggies are the same. Some can be harmful to our bodies, especially for seniors. Today we'll talk about 7 veggies that may quietly hurt your heart and increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases in older adults. Remember, it's not about completely avoiding these veggies. Instead, let's find out which ones they are and how to prepare them better to make them safer for our hearts. So, let's get started. At number 7, we have spinach. Spinach is a superfood that contains many nutrients like vitamins A and C, folate, iron, and magnesium. But there is one thing you should know. Spinach has a high amount of oxalates. What are oxalates? They are natural compounds found in many plant-based foods, including spinach. When oxalates are consumed, they bind with calcium in the body, forming calcium oxalate. Over time, this can lead to the formation of kidney stones. Kidney stones can be very painful and even dangerous if they block the flow of urine. And that's why we want to be careful with spinach and other oxalate-rich foods. Here's what you need to know. First, don't worry about eating spinach regularly. Just be aware of your body's reaction to it. Some people don't have any problems, while others may experience kidney stone issues. Second, cooking spinach reduces its oxalate content. This means that steamed or boiled spinach is much safer than raw spinach. Third, combining spinach with other foods that reduce oxalate absorption can help. For example, eating a meal of complex carbohydrates like brown rice or oatmeal with spinach can lower the risk of kidney stones. Fourth, keep an eye out for symptoms. If you notice any signs of kidney stones, such as pain when you urinate or blood in the urine, talk to your doctor right away. Last, stay hydrated. Drinking plenty of water every day helps prevent kidney stones by keeping the urine flowing and preventing the buildup of concentrated substances like calcium oxalate. Number 6 brings us to potatoes. Potatoes are a nutritious food packed with many essential nutrients. They're a great source of vitamin C, potassium, and dietary fiber. However, potatoes also contain a significant amount of carbohydrates. And here's the deal. Eating too many carbs can cause blood sugar spikes, which over time may lead to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. High blood sugar levels can also damage blood vessels, making them less elastic and increasing the risk of heart disease and stroke. So here are some smart tips to enjoy potatoes without hurting your heart. First, choose the right kind of potato. Sweet potatoes are a better choice than regular potatoes because they have more fiber and nutrients. Second, watch your portion sizes. One medium-sized baked potato with the skin on typically contains around 260 calories and 58 grams of carbs. Make sure you don't overdo it. Third, skip the toppings that are high in unhealthy fats and added sugars. Stay away from sour cream, butter, and cheese. Instead, try healthier options like salsa, avocado, or a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. Fourth, pair your potato with protein. When you eat protein alongside carbs, it slows down the digestion of those carbs, leading to a more gradual rise in blood sugar levels. Fifth, consider prediabetes or diabetes. If you've been diagnosed with either, it's crucial to be extra cautious. Talk to your healthcare provider or a dietitian for personalized advice on how to incorporate potatoes into your diet safely. At number 5, we have beans. Beans are legumes that include common types like black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, and many more. They are undoubtedly a nutritional powerhouse. Beans are loaded with fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals like folate, iron, and magnesium. However, beans also contain a compound called phytohemagglutinin. This compound can cause a digestive discomfort if you don't cook them properly. Raw or undercooked beans can lead to nausea, stomach pain, and even vomiting. These symptoms can be quite unpleasant and might make you feel unwell. Here are some easy ways to enjoy beans while staying safe. First, soak and rinse your beans before cooking. This helps remove any harmful bacteria and reduce the risk of digestive issues. Second, cook your beans thoroughly. Most beans need to be cooked for at least 10 minutes or until they're soft and tender. Don't rely on quick cooking methods like the microwave. Third, avoid mixing cooked and raw beans in a dish. Make sure all the beans are cooked before serving them. Fourth, listen to your body's signals. If you experience digestive issues after eating beans, it could be a sign that you need to take better care when preparing them or simply avoid them altogether. Fifth, consider small amounts. If you're not used to eating beans regularly, start with small portions to allow your body to adjust. You can gradually increase the amount as your system gets used to it. Next up at number 4 is carrots. Carrots are a root vegetable packed with vital nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin C, potassium, and dietary fiber. But here's a twist. Carrots also contain a compound called solanine. Now, solanine is usually found in nightshades like tomatoes and potatoes. But did you know that it can also be present in carrots? When carrots are exposed to light, especially sunlight, they can produce solanine. This compound is toxic, and consuming large amounts of it can lead to nausea, headache, diarrhea, fever, and even hallucinations. Imagine munching on a carrot and feeling sick afterward. Not so delightful, so here are some tips to keep you safe while enjoying carrots. First, avoid leaving carrots in direct sunlight. Store them away from light to prevent solanine production. Second, choose organic carrots whenever possible. Conventional carrots are often treated with fungicides, which may counteract solanine's effects. However, this doesn't mean that organic carrots won't have any solanine. Just remember, it's still important to cook your carrots properly. Cooking deactivates enzymes and reduces potential harmful effects. Third, don't worry about moderate consumption. Enjoying a healthy amount of carrots regularly shouldn't pose a problem. Just follow the previous tips to ensure your safety. Fourth, keep an eye on storage. Store carrots in a cool, dry place to maintain their quality and prevent bacterial growth. Fifth, wash them thoroughly. Always wash your veggies well to remove dirt and any potential contaminants before eating or cooking. Coming up at number 3 is nutmeg. Nutmeg is a spice that comes from the seeds of the nutmeg tree. It has a distinct warm and slightly sweet flavor and is commonly used in both sweet and savory dishes. But here's what you need to know. Nutmeg contains a compound called myristicin. Consuming large amounts of myristicin can lead to some pretty intense effects, including a racing heartbeat, sweating, and even hallucinations. So it's essential to use nutmeg in moderation. Here's how to stay safe while using nutmeg. First, use small amounts. A little goes a long way. Start with a pinch and add more if needed. Second, be cautious when buying whole nutmeg. Make sure the packaging is intact to prevent accidental ingestion of large quantities. Third, store it properly. Keep nutmeg in a cool, dry place away from moisture to maintain its quality and prevent any unwanted changes in its potency. Fourth, read labels. If you're using ground nutmeg, check the label to see if it contains any additional ingredients or fillers, as these can affect its concentration. Fifth, know your limits. If you're sensitive to nutmeg, it's best to avoid it altogether. And remember, if you do consume too much nutmeg, seek medical attention right away. Coming up next at number 2 is mushrooms. Mushrooms are a unique and tasty addition to many meals, but they're not like any other veggies. Many people love their earthy flavor and chewy texture. But did you know that mushrooms can also pose some risks? Certain wild mushrooms can be poisonous, causing symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, and even organ damage if eaten. Even some common edible mushrooms like raw or undercooked ones can lead to digestive discomfort. Here's how to enjoy mushrooms safely. First, if you're foraging for mushrooms, make sure you can accurately identify them. If you're unsure, don't eat them. It's better to be safe than sorry. Second, cook your mushrooms thoroughly. Cooking them makes them more digestible and deactivates any harmful compounds. Third, avoid eating raw mushrooms. While some people might do it occasionally without issues, it's generally not recommended due to the risk of digestive problems. Fourth, start slow. If you're not used to eating mushrooms, begin with small amounts to allow your body to adjust. Fifth, pair with other foods. As we mentioned earlier, combining mushrooms with protein and fiber-rich foods can aid digestion and reduce the chances of discomfort. And finally, at number 1, we have avocados. Yes, avocados are technically a fruit, but we usually treat them like veggies, right? Avocados are a rich source of healthy monounsaturated fats, making them excellent for heart health. They're also packed with essential nutrients like potassium, vitamin K, and vitamin E. However, avocados are calorie-dense, meaning they can contribute to weight gain if consumed in large quantities. Plus, they have a high fat content, which can be tough for some people to digest, leading to discomfort and even diarrhea. Here are some tips for enjoying avocados while looking out for your heart. First, practice portion control. A general rule of thumb is to stick to half an avocado per serving. Remember, avocados are calorie-dense, so it's essential to keep your portions in check. Second, focus on the healthiest parts. The ideal avocado is firm, smooth, and yields to gentle pressure. Avoid avocados that are too soft or have bruises, as they may spoil quickly. Third, use them strategically. Add avocado to salads, smoothies, or sandwiches to boost their nutritional content without adding too many extra calories. Fourth, be mindful of digestive issues. If avocados give you an upset stomach or diarrhea, it's best to avoid them. Remember, everyone's body is different and some folks just don't digest them well. Fifth, explore alternatives. If you're watching your calorie intake, consider using olive oil or other healthy fats in place of avocado in your recipes. There you have it, 7 veggies that can sometimes do more harm than good, especially for our precious hearts. But remember, it's not about completely cutting these veggies out of your life. Instead, it's about being informed, knowing how to prepare them, and enjoying them in moderation. Until next time, take care and enjoy your healthy journey.